Ping Hangman. Hangman కామ్స్ బాక్స్ లో పెట్టు.
Hey, can you hear me? Copy. Sorry? Well, yeah, just send it. When did all these, start? Actually, I have no idea. I didn't get alerted when the stream started. Neither did I get any indication actually. So yeah, give me. All right, just pause it on a while so that my voice doesn't go through. Um, On your cue, all right. Just welcome the viewers, and I'll know you have started. On your cue, all right. Just welcome the viewers, and I'll know you have started. Mm. On your cue, all right. Just welcome the viewers, and
Yeah, yeah,
welcome, ladies and gentlemen. Today I have a new partner in Tembu Raptor today. He will be joining me as the co-commentator. And yeah, forwardly welcome one and all to the other cathedral of speed, the Autodromo. Wait a minute, the Autodromo Enzo Edino Ferrari, also known as Imola. So already, guys, as you can see, that it's raining, and we're gonna be seeing scintillating hot laps around this historic circuit, a place where legends have been made and history is etched into every turn. And already we can see that many drivers have already started to come out of the pits. We got Vision, Dante Adams, and much more, guys. Yeah, even I Am That Hit has come out in the Williams. Many representatives from our previous season. Jagdesh is driving the Red Bull today. So, yeah, I believe that we are in for a treat. What do you say, Tembu? How are we looking down here right now? A very contentious player, he was especially coming off from the previous season. And I believe we also have some new faces right now. We have Redstone, we have got Pratham K, we got Shooter, and yeah, many more guys, new representatives. Overall, we have got 18 drivers on track today, and I believe they will be waiting out, I think. But yeah, it's wet session today, and obviously Imola is known for wet races, so I believe we will be having a dry session, possibly for just in case of variety. But yeah, just take it easy around this track. Just don't lose control of your car, and hopefully luck might smile on you, and you might end up winning the other Italian Grand Prix. Don't confuse it with Monza. I keep telling that to myself. But yeah, as the cars are going around, we wait in anticipation of people who will be starting their lap. But yeah, currently sitting here down with the Mercedes driven by Vision right now, currently on his out lap. I believe Dante Adams has started his hot lap right now as he is
also has
going
started
through.
his lap right now.
Nice. Right. So let's travel along with the Alfa Romeo of Dante Adams. We'll catch up with Vision at a later time. But yeah, currently he has just gone through Sector 1, currently coming up to Sector 2 right now. And these parts are where you have to be very careful. Obviously, we all know the infamous history behind the first corner, Tamburello, where you have to keep control of your car. And obviously, the turns, they are very mystic in nature because ever since this track got introduced in the 2021 version of those EA games, it has been one heck of a track, obviously, with the only DRS zone, which is a pretty long stretch and has a slight curve to it. But Dante Adams has just set the sector 2, purple sector 2, as he is coming down to sector 3. And now you already have to know that there's we have a plentiful amounts of hairpins. We got variant Atlanta Rivasa complex, so you have to make sure that you make the transition very well as Dante Adams turns around, goes heads to the finish line full throttle, and will be posting his first lap time. And Dante Adams go 128.9. Let us see how Vision is going to fare. Obviously 59.5, and I'm that hit has posted lap time 129. Vision has gone P3, slowest so far, 129.4, but Dante Adams has broken down to the 128s. That might set the benchmark of how this qualifying session might end up being. Now let's travel along with Shooter. Currently, he is at sector has posted a lap time at sector 2, going currently in sector 2. Sector 1 he has already set him, but all most of the drivers are using the wet tires so far. As we catch up with him, there is a yellow flag in sector 1. There has been a little bit commotion, I believe must be a Red Bull. Well, not nothing that is turning up on my screens, but yeah, with all those action which is happening on track, it is very tough to make sure. And yeah, I'm that hit who is going awfully slowly right now. I don't know what his game plan is right now, but he's letting all these cars through, I believe, and Shooter has gone fastest. That's great, 127.2. So obviously people might try to break up into the 125s. Oh well, already it's turning out to be one busy session. Yellow flag in sector 2. Tembu, what do you think? Whom would you be betting your money on in this qualifying session as the McLaren of Yash goes 128.2 offers off by a second? So it will be a struggle for the cars to match up to the Red Bull. Thank God, Shooter has his teammate in Jagdesh right now, currently still sitting into the pits, possibly waiting for all the cars to come in so he can drive the car in proper, clean air. But yeah, this already most of the cars have come out and they are going to be posting a lap time. Then Raptor, I'll take it over. I'll give you the mic this time. So, what do you think is happening?
There's many fast drivers today, and Kukila is one of them. I've seen him race previously, and he's very fast. One of the quickest drivers I've seen in the game.
Right.
It'll be interesting
Obvi-
to see him set a lap time today, especially in the wet grid. Since it's a wet session right now.
Right. Currently, quick, I believe the person who won the last season has invalidated lap on his outlap, but I don't think that would matter much as the Alpine of Chishnu has gone the fastest 127.051. That is the greatest fastest lap time so far. 11 minutes still left in the session. And yeah, most of the drivers are still in. Wicked Vicky, who previously drove for McLaren, has joined Alfa Romeo. That is, I believe, he has partnered up with Dante Adams. Most prolific and proficient drivers have apparently made team changes, but I don't believe that matters much as all of them are set on equal performance so far. But yeah, Wicket Vicky took off a sensational win in Las Vegas last season and is currently will be posting a lap time soon as he comes around the final corner. And Wicket Vicky, I believe he is on the pace, goes from P16 to P4. P4, that's a great time, 127.2. But now Redstone in his McLaren has got 126.5. Ah man, as the clock counts down, the lap times are going even slower and like faster and faster. And I don't believe that is up to track evolution. That is up to the skill of the driver so far. We're in the virtual world. And if EA doesn't mess up like they usually have in our previous sessions, I believe we will have a smooth sailing this time around. But so far on the track, Wicket Vicky is there, Shooter is there, Redstone is still up there, and around half of the drivers are still inside their pits. They are waiting for the rain to, I believe, calm down a little bit. I have no idea. But yeah, both of the Ferraris, the Hasses, as Red Bull, Alfa Tauri, and Alpine still in the pits. So I believe they might try to contend. But so far, Wicket Wiki has gone P4, Shooter P3, Shooter P2, Redstone P1, and just to in his Alpine, I believe it's a new face, has gone P3. So I believe, ladies and gentlemen, this time we might have a different winner rather than Quick Killer. I would kill to have a different winner because it was absolute domination from his side the previous season. But I believe he might be in for a show and he might be able to take a challenge, I believe. But yeah, anything is up for grabs, anything and everything. But now we wait. I believe most of the drivers will be coming into the pits just to calm calm down for a while. But yeah, let's travel along with. Let us see. Sid Venkatesh. Sid Venkatesh is on his wet tires. He's currently off by 1.7 seconds. That won't help him. Now 2 seconds. All right. I don't think he is adamant on putting up a proper lap time so far. He won't be improving. Meanwhile, Wicket Vicky again, let us travel along with him, approaches the final corner, and even he's entering into the pit. So, yeah, ladies and gentlemen, we'll have to wait this one out for a while. But currently on the track is Sid Venkatesh. He's also heading inside the pits. Yash on his intermediate tires. That intermediate tires would obviously help him if he times his corners right. But anything is up for grabs. Meanwhile, vision is improving on his intermediate tires. I think the rain is oozing down a little bit, so I believe that would be a huge advantage if the you get the timings right. But yeah, let's follow on with vision. Obviously, we we thought that vision might get the spotlight, but obviously we want to travel along with the car which headed out first, and he is improving massively so far. Currently in sector 3, approaching the final corner into the Rivasa complex. He will wants to Rivasa 1 and this little Rivasa 2, and then it's crucial not to run wide here, obviously, and as it compromises exit onto the start finish straight. And Vision goes P2, 126.6, improved by 2 seconds. That's a well, in my books, that's a good improvement. Current now we travel along with Yash. Yash is also improving on intermediate tires. Sector 3, he's on by 2 seconds, but unfortunately his lap has been invalidated. That obviously won't help him. Meanwhile, I think you should be able to take care of your car, but you cannot blame the driver since it's a rainy season and we are here at Imola, this legendary track circuit. But so far, only 7 minutes remaining in this session, and 5 drivers have still not posted lap time. One Williams, Quick Killer, the fastest. Okay, Quick Killer. I do. What were you waiting for so far? But let us see. He will reach these lap times. I think my money is usually on Quick Killer, and he goes fastest. 124.1, 2 seconds gap between the driver currently sitting at P2 Redstone, and now it's on, ladies and gentlemen, with I believe a little amount of time left. It's gonna be very tight. What do you say, Tembu?
Yeah,
Tembu, you there?
yeah, the
Right.
remaining drivers still need to make get out and put a lap out there. And with Quick Killer
Right.
being 2.4 seconds faster than the previous fastest time, that's
Right.
impressive.
Hella
Yeah,
impressive, but
Shrikant set a time which is 124.2.
right. All right. Now it's. Don't you think it's now heating up a little
Yeah,
here?
it is.
It's the yeah, the temperature's rising, and along with the anticipation of the fans and you, the viewers, as I believe we have Quick Killer and Shrikant Das who will be in the fight for pole position. And yes, again goes faster, 127, and
Just
again
goes
just now
fastest.
improve. All right. Okay, now it's going to be a mega battle between these 4 contenders. 124s we have broken into, along with just into the 123s. All right, what did you eat just to post that lap time? As another McLaren comes up to P2, 123.1753. Man, the track evolution is being crazy right now. Currently, still 3 drivers left to actually make their lap times known. But I don't know what are they waiting for. Chips game, easy level bot, get out of here, there, man.
It's
And
already
yeah,
time. Everyone is on this, so they could just come out.
right. Right. So no need to post and chill. But again, now another new candidate, Tanish goes fast as 123.
123.6
You're right. That's great. And now we have an Aston Martin and Alpine, a Haas, and 2 McLarens into the fight for pole position. But I believe everyone would be improving. Currently, Rahman has posted a time of 124.7, sitting at P8 right now. And if we can we see if how is improving, and he's improving in sector 1 by almost 2 seconds. Let's catch up with the AlphaTauri of Ramen 94, sitting at P8 right now. Sector 1 on by 2 tenths right now. I think he might be cooking a little bit, but now most of the drivers will be heading inside the pits. So I've already posted their lap times just to get to the final stretch of the qualifying session. As we can see him, Rahman, trying to blitz through sector 2. Last time the AlphaTauri had immense luck over the course of the season, so yeah. And now Wicket Wiki in the Alfa Romeo has gone fastest, 123.3. These lap times are getting crazier and crazier as the time is going so far. So okay, Tembu, take me along, man. Whom are we covering right now? Currently, I'm seeing Raman. He might try to
Raman is there. Raman
challenge.
is
Yeah,
there.
right. So obviously, okay, coming along the final corner, Rahman. Yeah, we are having a lot of yellow flag sector 1. One car has entirely stalled, and
It's
well, I believe he also wanted to take a rest so far, or yeah. So, anyways, Mercedes Pratham K 2002 has gone faster apart from Wicket Wiki. So yeah, everyone is trying to break into the 123, the 124s. We still have I'm That Hit, Dante Adam, Jagdish yet to break up into the fight for pole position. But these guys are so evenly matched so far. Oh man,
It's going to be an interesting race.
exactly. And we are all here for it. Anyways, as the clock is winding down, the cars must come out now. And Vision, let's travel along with Vision, but the Mercedes currently sitting at P10. Let us see what he can pull out of the bag. I'm trying to see, and the more they improve, the more entertaining it actually gets. But yeah, caution flag set to 2 and 3, and now
Shooter
all
is
right, a
fastest in
red, yeah,
123.
shoot. Ah man, I think a little change of pace where a Red Bull is not at pole will be very welcoming, but no issues. Good for you, shooter. You have the first driver to have broken into the 122s and point 0.5. A lot of margin between the P1 and P2 right now, and there has been a commotion. Quickle and easy level bot are out of qualifying. I repeat, they are out of qualifying. So I don't know what happened there, but yeah, most of the cars have come out. Yeah.
It's a crash.
Right. So it have whatever has happened, Wicket Wiki, Quick Kill, and Ether board, all three players from the previous season have been knocked out of qualifying, and too bad for this level bot as he didn't even get a chance to put up a fight. But now with Quick Killer out of contention for pole, it is up to the new guys. The new guys might try to take a shot. Maybe it's their time right now. Only 1 minute left to start your final lap, and it's up to the guys now. Pratham has come into the pits, Tanishq is on his out lap, and now let's travel along with the Alpine of Jishnu
Jishnu
here.
is
Almost,
also
yeah,
very good.
right. So that will not be helping the Mercedes. But anyways, Jishnu sitting here at P5 right now, currently going through sector 1. He is improving by 5 tenths. He is cooking something. Well, if he makes that difference towards shooter, that would be mega helpful. But yeah, Dante Adams, 123.5, Wicket Wiki might try to pray that he retains his P2, and even shooter has now retired. But I don't think there was anything left to save from his side. Already is having the pole position. Now all he has to do is chill for a while and see who goes faster. And Jishtu is improving by a second, going through the second sector as he goes down to sector 3. And man, he is plunging downhill towards the Aquamineral chicane. The car will brake hard, and he will downshift, obviously. Then up comes Variant Alter 2. Ah man, these names I will always already lose it. So already there are Travasa, and Jishnu goes
Jishnu goes
P1, Jishnu
fastest.
goes, yeah, fastest car. All right. He is on professional pole right now. I think it would be very tough for other people to challenge him. Vision has gone P8, Pratham goes P6. I'm that hit chip scheme. I didn't post last time. They will be starting at P17, P18. Whom do we have here? Other than that, Dante Adams is not going to improve his lap. He's gone off in sector 3. And now Tanish is improving. You're all right. The Aston Martin Redstone has gone fastest professional pole for the McLaren. Tanishq is improving massively as he comes down to the final corner. And Tanishq will go 120, 190, 120, 121 and goes P2. He is on the front row. Good for the Aston Martin team, I believe. And now, whom do we have left? Dante Adams is still not improving. And yeah, Jishnu has gone P3, Raman P5. Jishnu has improved. He has actually gone P4. Shrikant Das has actually improved in the AlphaTauri P3 for him. So yeah, very mixed grid apparently, but good for them. And now DRS has been enabled at the final final moment, but I don't think any driver will be able to take that advantage. But yeah, these are your lap times, ladies and gentlemen. Redstone in the McLaren, it's a McLaren 1-3 with the Aston Martin sandwich between them, along with an Alpha Tauri at P4, just in the Alpine P5. Shooter has dropped down to P6, Raman P7, VRL Chucks P8, Wicket Wiki P9. the last season's champion, will be having a lot of work up his hands. The Mercedes P12, P13. Sid Venkatesh in the Ferrari has gone P10, Dante Adams P11. And that is the end of qualifying, ladies and gentlemen. Thanks for coming along, but don't go anywhere as we have the Italian Grand Prix coming up here at Imola, and it's going to be a wonderful race if the climate is all right. But yeah, that was close, don't you think, Tembu?
Sorry, I've just been chatting with one guy because he didn't get an invite.
Right. So yeah, anyhow, well, that mega
Oh,
close battle for the pole position, and
Redstone
yeah,
goes the
McLaren,
fastest,
yeah,
1:20.33.
127. Yeah, this qualifying session was amazingly fun, as
Quite
a matter
intense
of
at the
fact.
end.
Yeah, right. And over the course of the course of the entire session, we were seeing improved lap times for the majority of the drivers, and yeah, that is what we are here for,
Yeah,
ladies and gentlemen.
that's uh, that's partly due to the rain cooling down.
Right, exactly. But yeah, anyways, it's always fun to see like guys actually improving, apart from those who actually didn't improve. But yeah, and ladies and gentlemen, unfortunately, as my prediction is false, we will be having a wit race at our hands today. Tembu, this is actually heating up. As a matter of fact, yeah. If the one guy might go end up going entirely into others, just like Bottas did at Hungary back in 2021. But obviously, same year we had a very amazing race here there at Imola, where Max Verstappen took the win, and Lewis Hamilton had to do a recovery drive. But yeah, man, I believe that ever since the Imola Grand Prix has returned, it has been mostly the showcase of how dominant the main driver has been over the entire track. But obviously, I wouldn't mind a Ferrari winning here, because
Yeah,
since their entire factory, along with AlphaTauri, is
is the
nearby the
nearest to
track.
Ferrari.
Eh, yeah. But ladies and gentlemen, as we line up, five lights, and it's lights out and away we go, and the quick crumbles. Dreadstone makes a good start, turns into Tanishq Kiran, but Tanishq is not coming up ahead. And we are seeing positions here and changing. Wicket is gaining up, and Jagdish has dropped down to the last place so far. Wicket Killer has dropped down to P12, and there's an exchanging of position. Shooter has come up to P4 now, and Jishnu is dropping down massively. What has happened there? Right, man, and he has spun, unfortunately. Oh man, that is not a good position for the Alpine. Along with one more driver, they apparently okay, it's Sid Venkatesh. Man, and he has lost his front wing. Terrible start, and we have a full yellow safety car around the track. So I think yeah, well, in this league, it's a very common occurrence. Rembu, you'll find out over the course of the season soon. But yeah,
It was
I
never
believe.
in the past.
All right. Oh well, that's unfortunate. But oh man. But anyhow, let us see how do we cope up with this entire massacre which has happened on our tracks today. But yeah,
There's a good
can you
chance
hear?
for the
Me?
people who spun off to come back into the
Right.
race.
Yeah. Well, but unfortunately for the Alpine of Jishnu, he was supposed to be in the contention for the win, but unfortunately has spun off, and yeah, he will be. We will still have time to recover, but
He still has plenty
well,
of power.
right.
It's still a wet race, so it comes down to the
Well,
finals.
obviously. Right, and yeah, and we have our first pit of Dante Adams has come inside the pits. All right. Just give me a second.
Supri also comes into the pits for a new wing, I guess. safety cars going in this lap. Junction turn. see quick level get them a tenth behind Yeshko Salia. Very close racing. Seems to be, I think he's trying to overtake him, but Yash is not leaving any gap for him. And quickly overtakes Yeshko Salia. A little bit of contact there. Seems to be no damage. Scooter overtakes Yeshko Salia for lap one. VRL checks and Pratham Kulkarni just are overtaken by Sidvi and easy level bot in the Ferraris. Caution flag in the sector 2. VRL's judge seems to have spun out and Jagdish gains a position there. Goes into the 18th place. Jishnu in his Jishnu takes chip schema and Yeshko Salia seems to have lost a wheel after, and there's a safety car again. Not all of the drivers are pitting right now. Jishnu goes without a pit, and so does Redstone Girl and Tanishq and Chip Schema. And Shan Das also has DNF and won't be racing anymore.
Hello. Yeah. Uh, how are we looking so far, Tembu? I'd take this moment to just thank EA for making such a optimized, buggy game that it literally crashed. Ah, man.
Yeah.
Anyways, I don't think anything has changed so far. I still see a safety
Yeah.
car because, yeah.
Stuff has changed. Srikanth Das and Yash Gosalia have DNF. Yash Gosalia lost his front wheel.
Ah, man. That's unfortunate. That oh man, one of those two guys I think were in the contention, right?
Yeah,
Well,
they were in the
that's
top six.
unfortunate. As
Yash was in
ah
top
man.
4 when he DNF, and Srikanth was
Uh
top
huh.
6.
I see, I see. So, anyways, ladies and gentlemen, slight technical issues aside, race control has dictated, there has just said safety car will be coming in this lap. And now, Redstone, as the custom of our season goes, you get to dictate the pace. So, anyhow, now you will lead Tanish Kiran. The Aston Martin has held his position so far, just to P3. The Alpines are having an unusually good day, don't you think, Timbu? Currently setting P3 and P4. And amazingly, ladies and gentlemen, Sid Venkatesh has come up to P6. But his teammate isn't being so lucky so far, currently trailing the entire row of cars, sitting at P17. One of the Mercedes is currently sitting at P8 and now P14. That's wonderful, I believe. So yeah, Tembu, there's this running gag that whenever I say something, anything about the Mercedes drivers, something really bad happens to them at times. But yeah, we'll cover that topic some another day. As Jagdesh has just overtaken Ramin for P12, there's been a change of position. Chip Schema currently sitting at P4, and now Vision has taken over. Now Sid Venkatesh is now dropping down somehow. What happened to the Ferrari? He just somehow lost a plentiful of positions, I think. So currently, I think he was sitting at P7 and now is at P10 right now. What do you say?
People have been just switching positions left, right, and center today. No one seems to be
Right,
holding their positions at all.
right. So I must point out that Chip's Scheme and I am that hit P4 and P5 have gained 14 and 12 positions over the course of the race so far in these 12 laps. That's amazing. And we currently have biggest losers, Viral Chuck, who has dropped 7 positions, apart
Yeah.
from the people who have DNF'd. And now Viral Chuck's, oh well, I think he just got Jinx, Jagdish, and
Viral
Viral Chuck's
Chucks
have,
has been losing a lot of positions. Every time he gains a position, he
yeah.
just seems to lose it
Right.
immediately.
I think there was small scuffle there, and Jagdish has now unfortunately spun and is now sitting at last place. The Red Bulls are not having a good day so far, and Shooter has dropped down to P10.
Should
What happened
Yeah.
to you, my friend? Uh,
I think he pitted
anyways,
during the safety car.
I see. I believe we still have more safety cars on our course today, but
Yeah.
anything is possible. Chip Schema is currently on a mega run, 14 positions, astounding feat in my opinion. And now Vision, the Mercedes Vision, got P5 positions, and now Wicked Vicky makes a move on I'm That Hit and takes P6. Though most of the positions are now very contested, very properly, and now VRL Chugs has just
And
retired from
we
the
have a
session.
safety car again.
And again, we have a safety car. I believe this is the third safety car, if I'm
Yeah,
correct.
this is
You
the
are.
third safety car, yes.
All
And it's
right.
due to VRL Chuck's DNF.
Ah, man, that is unfortunate for the Haas team. But now, 3 DNFs, 3 safety cars. What do you think, Tembu? Where can we have for 16 more safety cars?
I'm
Yeah,
sure we won't be having 16, but there's chance for at least 2 or 3 more to be there with the weather if it gets
Man.
worse.
Obviously, Imola is a very technical trap as compared to the straight line speeds at Monza, and you have to be very careful, especially in a wet race like this. And you have to
Yeah.
be very careful. You have to keep your car in control. But yeah, it's been very unfortunate as we can see a small gap between I'm That Hit and Vision and 4 seconds, but that will be neutralized due to the safety car. And let us see who will be coming into the pits. And so far, Chip Schema has dived down into pits. I Am That Hit has dived down into the pits. and no one else has taken the gamble. Man, okay, no issues so far. And third guy, yeah, Deadshot has just come into the pit so far, so they will come back at the back of the grid. But obviously, in a safety car session,
They
you
might not come
actually
out at the back of the grid because Jagdish is 24 seconds behind.
well, Jagdish, he's the highlight reel. He's the soul of our seasons. But yeah, no issues
And
through
Jagdish
there. But
pits
even
too.
yeah, anyways, no issues, Jagdish. You still, I think safety car won't be going in anytime soon. So these guys will have the time to actually catch up to the rest of
Yeah.
the pack. But so far, Wicked Vicky is the only one with a time penalty right now. As we can see that so far our top three runners haven't pitted yet, but everyone except Dante Adams and Easy Level Bot has made a singular stop. Those other two have made two stops now, taking full utilization of the safety car. But Jagdish has finally come out of the pits, and everyone is catching up to the pack sooner or later. But yeah, our top three runners might be accepting fourth safety car, I believe, just to ensure that they still maintain their pace. They still try to challenge for the win. So, but it's a good scenery change when McLaren and Aston Martin and Alpine are trying to vying for the position on the top step of the podium. But yeah, our veteran quick killers is hunting them down at P4. So, what are your predictions? What might uncover over the next 18 laps? What do you think, Tembu?
Quick Killer has killed everyone ahead of him and gained 10 positions. So I think he would claim the other three spots too and
Ah,
come out on
yes,
top.
that is very fair in my opinion. Fair enough. But yeah, so far everyone is on intermediate tires. Quick Killer and Wicked Vicky are on Quick Killer, Wicked Vicky, Shooter, and Pratmak. Everyone who has made single stops are on moderately fresher Inters tires. But I think the top three runners might be waiting for the entire rain to just go away and might switch on to the slicks in due time because there's still half of the race to go and it will be all to play for. What do you think, Tembu?
Yeah, it could very well happen, but the drivers know how the weather's gonna be. We
Yeah,
don't
well,
actually.
over the course of the race, actually, there's a good probability that the weather climate might change over the track. So I think that is, yeah, either all three of them are in contention of each other, or all three have the mentality to just instead go for a one stopper, and that one stopper would be to go for the slick tires. But yeah, well, obviously, Quick Killer is on to hunt them down, anyways. So might be a repeat of whatever we have seen over the past few
Last race.
races.
Yeah,
Hmm. All right. Okay. So he also won the last race. Well, I believe nothing has changed so far.
not the previous race. It could
I
be.
see. I see. No issues in my opinion. Well, sorry, ladies and gentlemen. I've just been a little out of practice when it has come to the results of this league. But anyways, man, as there's nothing interesting going on. Why is no one trying to crash into
Oh yeah,
each other or
Quick Killer wanted
even
to win
break
this
test each
race
other?
too.
Yeah. I see. So anyways, safety car again will be coming in this lap for the third time. That's still over half of the race to go. So yeah, man, we are in for a show. Just don't make it a snooze fest, guys. Come on, show some aggression, crash into each other for all I care. I just want to see some madness happening on track. So
I'm
anyways,
sure three people already
right.
did that and are not in the race anymore.
Right. And I believe Redstone has bolted away, and he has bolted away significantly as Jishnu makes a challenge. Aston Martin has dropped down to P4. Oh,
Quick
crazy.
Killer.
I think
Oh,
it.
there's been a
Yeah.
switchback, two switchbacks, and
Uh,
Quick Killer loses a
oh,
position.
man. Intense, man. And Quick Killer's old friend Wicked Vicky has instead taken his position. While we return to a status quo, Tanishq again gets P2, and Quick Killer has come back and taken P4. What is happening there? And obviously, Wicked Vicky in his rival's old car will be trying to make that challenge. Well, last time out there was a huge commotion, and again a Ferrari has
Yellow
dropped
flag.
down loads of positions along. Yeah, and even Deadshot has gone off the track, sector flag, caution sector flag in 1 and 2, and no issues yet so far. Shooter has lost a position. and but
gained a
now has
position.
gained a position over the Mercedes, right? All of the mayhem and the switcheroos just happening when the safety car has come in,
And
and
Vishnu
we
gets a
have
3 second
time
time
penalties.
penalty.
Yeah, right. Ah, man, that's unfortunate for him, but no issues, no issues. But we can see all that action happening on track as Sid Venkatesh tries to make the move on the chicken against Ram, and and Vision have switched. The Mercedes have switched the cars around, and now Jagdesh. Oh,
Jagdish
all right,
gets a
how did
3
that
second
happen,
time
Jagdesh?
penalty.
How I don't know how did that happen. Let's move on, as no action has happening. I don't. Redstone has
And
bolted
that
away
hit is very
perfectly.
close to a chip schema.
Hmm. I see the gap is closing down. 2 tenths between them. Man, intense on the curve as he comes out on the inside line. As
And
he makes a switcheroo and goes down into Tamperello. All right, no move there, no move there. But rest easy, my friend. The Alpine and the Williams are battling it out perfectly as we wait for another mayhem to happen on track. But so far, whom are we following, Tembu?
we are following I am that hit right now.
I see. So already Williams and Alpine currently vying for the position of P12. Let us see if a gap is developing. The and gap is developing as chip
And
schema is
quickly
while trying to.
overtakes Jishnu.
Well, so much going on over the course of the track. But anyways, we have a yellow flag in sector 2. What happened there? I don't
Wicked
see.
Vicky loses.
Man, Wicket Vicky has dropped and he has lost his front wing. What happened there? Man, there must. I think some tussle must have happened when he was
Uh,
in contention with Quick Killer.
he
But
and
now
Quick
Quick Killer
Killer,
has the
Quick
right.
Killer overtook him.
Quick Killer obviously overtook him. But how did Wicket Vicky lose control of his car? That is unusual for him. But yeah, bad day for him so far. He has lost major portions of his car. I believe I saw debris when he had his little spin, and Ethan Bot gets a 3 second time penalty. The penalties are now being handed out. Shooter has just come into the pits. He will
And
switch on
Dante
to
Adams
fresh
also gets a
inters.
3 second penalty.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, I said I wanted madness, but I wanted that madness where you crash into each other either deliberately or by mistake. But yeah, I think that would work with the multiple penalties being handed out so far. Obviously, it's Imola, but yeah. So as I was saying, where are the gaps being developed? Obviously, our leader Redstone just bolted away when the safety car came in, already made a second gap, and is now almost 1.5 second away from Quickler. And Quickler has just made a move on the Shkirin so far, so obviously he will try to contend with that. But Quickler is on fresher inter tires. I believe one of them must try to take the opportunity to come inside the pits over because the rain doesn't seem to be going away anytime soon. And now Jishnu currently sitting at P12 right now. He is trying to make a move on dead shot right now, and he has. All right, he has made that move stick. Currently sitting in front of dead shot, and will be chasing down. I'm that hit, and again. Oh
Jishnu
man,
gets a
that's just
3 second
unfortunate.
penalty.
Man, whoever are we covering are getting time penalties left or right. So let us see if the same curse works on
Well,
Quick Killer, I believe.
let's
But
try
yeah,
to follow Quick Killer then.
right. So, anyways, I just saw Easy Level Bot make a quick overtake on Jagdesh so far. And now
Danish
Jagdesh is coming out,
truck.
and Jagdesh has gone on the gravel. Very, oh, that's just awful, man. That's just awful. He was actually trying to give him a battle, but in the end, the Ferrari got away. Significant gap now forming between him, Easy Level Bot, and Deadshot right now. And now Vision, something has happened to the Mercedes. Has dropped 2 positions so far. What happened with you, my friend? Well, I believe I just talked about him, so I think it must be the Mercedes curse just sticking around. But, anyways, we have 6 drivers who have got positions, and now chip schema, and oh, and that hit are going wheel to wheel, battle for battle. Now it's going to be a drag race coming up to the next left-hander. As chip schema has, he has emerged ahead of the Williams so far. He takes a much wider line. He is well, and that he's trying to vie for the inside line, but it won't come into run. And there's almost, I believe they almost made contact. Oh man, I don't think one could get away with like that, especially without damage on the front wing. But now there's an interchanging of positions between and that hit and Jishnu. The Williams has just come under fire with the Alpine. Oh man, these two are just changing positions here and there, left and right, wherever they're going. And another time
Our
penalty has
leader
been handed out to
is pitting right
Redstone.
now.
Oh man, that is just unfortunate, my friend. You have just got a unusual time penalty. That won't help you help your case, my friend. But anyways, I believe with the pace that you have had, maybe you can try to beat Quick Killer. But I think we are returning to the status quo of our league so far, with Quick Killer leading over a significant margin with Pratham in the Mercedes in P2 right now. That's great. And I believe it's about time that the drivers who hadn't pitted so far must see that the amount of graining on their tires, which is slowing them down, and must try to come inside the pits, because I still don't think that rain will be coming coming out, like going out anytime soon, with most of the grid being handed out time penalties. And Wicket Vicky has now taken a fastest lap, 124.4. Good enough, I believe. But where you are sitting at P16, my friend, I don't think it's helping your case right now. But
I
the
think that
Haas, all
both
right.
the people who set the fastest laps right now are
Mm-hmm.
uh, they set them when they are P16 and P15.
Yeah. I
So
did notice
they
that, but
they
but
could be
but
having more
Tembu,
pace.
Tembu, 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 Tembu. Have you noticed so far? A Haas is leading a Formula One race.
Yeah,
That is something you don't see often, my good friend. But yeah, we are all
we never
for it.
get to see
Quick
that in
killer.
real life.
Maybe I don't know, man. Like I believe that Haas has a
It is
couple of
possible,
very experienced
but
yeah, experienced drivers are there in real life, obviously. But
yeah,
Quick Killer is currently on a whole different level than others so far. But great strategy. He actually pitted pitted at the proper time. He took that gamble and it has paid off. And now Wicket Wiki has again has to a time penalty. That is not a race he would like to remember. But yeah, we have another time penalty being sent out to more people right now, as Jishnu and Chip Schema are continuing their tussle. Currently, they are P5 and P6. Both of the Alpines are having, just like real life, internal conflict over
yeah.
who gets the better position. But yeah, man, I mean, well, I think if there is no more commotion now, and we have a yellow flag in sector 2, but I don't think any. I must believe one car must have gone off, because we haven't had a safety car so far. 11 laps to go, ladies and gentlemen, in JKG's season. And now we have got one, two, three, and eight drivers with time penalties to serve. Man, that's unfortunate. But yeah, I believe if Chip Schema places cards right with his much fresher, comparatively much fresher tires, he might have a say to go to the podium. But obviously, there's a massive gap between Tanishq and Ramin so far, almost 10 seconds. They are running in a whole different league. So either it has to be a safety car, which forces everyone to just band together to close that gap, or either Quick Killer just bottles it, but which is very unlikely, as Dante Adams in the Alfa Romeo makes a move on Jagdesh. Jagdesh is currently sitting at P15 so far, and my friend, I don't think. Now, even again, Redstone has got a time penalty. What is happening there? Well, that's very
He's
unfortunate.
drivers are
Right.
seeming to not slow down enough before getting into the pits today.
Right, and Redstone has
Redstone
retired from the
retired.
session. And with
There's
like that, we
contact
have a
between. Is it? There's been contact in the back.
but yeah, right, easy level board and Jagdish, I believe, because there's a massive gap between him and Dante Adams, but I don't think it has transpired. But very unfortunate for the McLaren team. They were in the hunt for the win of at the Imola Grand Prix, but yeah,
Both
hasn't
the
turned out so far.
McLaren drivers had great starting positions, but both of them seem to have
Yeah,
lost it.
exactly. So yeah, this Emilia Romagna Grand Prix has just been has been a bane for the McLaren team, who were showing very promising pace, but just like real life, fate just conspires to not award them the win, such as the case with Lando Norris. But who can we blame, man? It's just, yeah, as Alexander Albon just said, he is being raced very hard, and obviously many people right now, I think there's a significant gap between all the players so far. I don't think anyone is going sub 1 second,
Yeah,
except Easy Level Board and Jagdesh, as they
Jagdish and
tussle
Easy
out.
Level
Yeah.
Board.
Yeah, as they tussle it out at P13 and P14. Again, the switch of position as Vision has come inside to the pits. He has
Oops.
a 3 second time penalty and he is switching on to even newer intermediate. So I believe with only, I see 9 laps to go, there's not a chance. And if there is a chance, we barely have laps to go on to the slick tires. But I think people who are underneath the top 10 positions might end up taking the gamble, just like George Russell usually does at Canada or at Singapore last year. But yeah, who knows?
But there's not
Anything can
enough
tell.
gap for them to.
Right, but if one person might take the gamble, who knows? It just might be the boost
Yeah,
that they need.
everyone
Right.
needs.
So, anyways, we travel along with Sid Venkatesh sitting at P7. He is chasing down Chip Schema in the Alpine. Might try to get that point between the sandwich between the Alpines so far. But yeah, with just having a 3 second time penalty, it might be very well up for grabs for the Alpines to make sure that one person gets the actual point. While and now we can, I think that's the only battle along with Dante Adams. Now Dante Adams is challenging for the sole point of this race so far, and he has
And he
made the
gets
move on. Yeah, and that shot and Jishnu has just dropped down. Oh, okay, he came
he
into the
pitted.
pits. All right, so I believe this would be the final pit stop for him.
Yeah.
That would help his case, and
Anyone
yeah,
who would pit
let
right
us.
now, it would be the last pit for them unless they lose a wing and come back.
Exactly my point. And yeah, he will coming out. He will come out at P11. Okay, so I believe, well, not much difference between the tire age between him and Deadshot. 10 laps old tires. While he is himself trying to chase Dante Adams for P9, I believe he will be able to catch up unless we have a safety car.
Yeah.
And as we can see, mega battle which is going down with Sid Venkatesh, Chip Schema, and I'm that hit. All three cars in contention, and Jagdish has received another 3 second time penalty. All right, my friend, what are you doing? You're currently in a Red Bull. Don't check out this thing up. Anyways, what can we say? She obviously cannot hear us, but yeah, no issues. And we can see this huge battle of P5. Sid Venkatesh is currently under
And if he
fire.
gets another penalty,
Man, guys, come on, try to keep the car in position. It ain't that hard. I mean,
and
just
Tanush
make sure.
again
And
goes into the pits. He was third before he went in.
well, I believe with the massive gap between himself and Sid Venkatesh, he will lose the P3 to Raman, but he will come out at the same very position that he's coming in. But yeah, now he has not. Okay, my time lapse were a
He
bit
lost
off.
a lot,
Yeah,
lot of
Tanush
position.
Kiran has currently, he's currently sitting at T8, but he will be trying to set the lap times on fire as he has a battle which is coming up. A little DRS train might be end up forming between himself, the Red Bull of Shooter, the Williams of I Am That Hit, and the Alpine of Chip Schema, along with Sid Venkatesh, who is still trying to fend off. Oh, okay, he has 4 upcoming cars. He might have a say at the podium if no one in the top three messes up in this very hazardous weather. Actually, Imola and rain don't go as don't doesn't look as easy as it usually sounds on paper, but man, oh man, only viewers and the drivers know what kind of massacre usually happens with the DRS trains, with the lap times, and a really bad nightmare where Lewis Hamilton got gap lapped by Max Verstappen last year. That was a nightmare for all the Mercedes fans. 77 seconds gap, that graphic was totally unnecessary in my opinion. But okay, back to the race as we as we see. Okay, one Dhanush Kiran trying to take a little bit of the grass along with him. He is coming up ahead of Shooter, and now he is trying to claw his way back to the podium position. As now he is just tearing through this entire train of cars, and he is turning up on his ERS. He is hunting Chip Schema down, and on his special tires, he will make that move when he approaches Tamburello. He takes the inside line and tires down, but Chip Schema is not giving up, but he has to give up, and now Tanush Kiran is up by a couple of positions. There are 3 positions at once. Good for him. And now coming up next, he will have Sid Venkatesh, the person who was being targeted by all those cars some 4 or 5 laps ago, but he is currently on a far flyer so far. And now Scooter has made a position on chip schema. I'm that hit is dropping down. Dante Adams both, and I'm that hit just going at it, trying to see who can get P9 and P10. I have only 1 point difference between the points which are awarded at those positions. And now Deadshot has dropped down badly. He's having energy enough just to keep hold of Wicket Vicky. Wicket Vicky currently having a very miserable race so far. And oh my god, ladies and gentlemen, you'd like to know that Jagdish has just made a move, and now even Tanishq has made a move in this very same moment. That's great. That is what much pressure tire sells you. And now I believe with he will be the fastest car on track so far. He just has to close that massive gap of 18 seconds between himself to catch up to Quick Killer. And even Quick Killer, Pratmak and Rahman all have old inter tires, 18 laps old. But anything is up for grabs now. Wicket Vicky still has his fastest lap, and Deadshot has left the session, unfortunately. That would leave his car up to the AI. So this time might be the right time for the Mercedes Jagdish and Isabel to make a move on him, and or he should have just have retired if he didn't want to be part of the race anymore. But yeah, no issues, my friend. Hope you'll just come back soon enough. But right now, all eyes are on the Aston Martin. Tanishq currently sitting at P4, trying to reclaim that podium position that he lost when he pitted. Currently, there's a buffer between himself of 11 seconds between himself and Raman, sitting at P3. Jagdish has just received a time penalty. Well, nothing new, ladies and gentlemen. But anyhow, with Jishnu and Chip schema, the Alpines are having a battle among themselves right now, just interchanging positions so far. So, Tembu, what do you think? What do you reckon would happen in these upcoming laps? Only 4 to go. Will the Aston Martin be able to close that gap, or has he lost a proper podium this time?
I think he has lost the podium because I don't think he has enough laps to make up for that.
Right.
There's just
So
4
I
laps
am.
left.
Race control just said I am that hit again gets a time penalty. So far, I am that hit has been in the eye of the stewards. He is trying to wipe a position, but that 9-second time penalty which he has will be, compromising him very badly in my opinion. Shooter has having a time penalty of 5 seconds, and Jagdish is level bought 9 seconds, 6 seconds respectively.
Dante
And now,
Adams and I am that hit might not be in the points anymore after they.
right. Well, that
After
we
the
can only
penalty.
know when the classification usually ends up going.
Yeah,
But how many safety cars did we have in this session? Tembu, 3 or 4? I
3. We had
actually have
3.
all 3 in the first half of the race. That is
Yeah.
insane. But it would have been really fun had the weather actually improved. Maybe we could have
Yeah.
got some DRS action. But yeah, I think that's a story for another day. But anyhow, Tanishq Kiran currently off by 9 seconds. Raman
And
off
Shooter
by
gets
7
another
seconds.
penalty.
Ah, man. Come on, shooter, man. Shoot your shot. Is that what they say? But yeah, man, you will be forfeiting a good P5 if you just accumulate all those penalties. Just try to keep the car in between. Only 3 laps to go, and a good buffer between you and the Ferrari. The Ferrari is having his own battle right now. Currently has dropped the position of P6 to just new in the Alpine so far. But yeah, so far our casualties, Redstone Derp and Yash on the McLarens, VRL Chucks in the Haas and Srikantas in the Alpha Tauri. But yet again, Quick Killer has come out on the top. Great strategy on his side. But yeah, man, I don't think the Aston Martin team made a correct call by pitting Tanishq. But that if he had to, hold on to that podium position, I believe that gamble could have been seemed justified. But yeah, so far he has dropped his gap to Raman by 3 seconds in the last 3 laps. But I believe the Raman would have to make a very grave error if Tanishq wants a shot at the podium. And again, Easy Level Bot has got a time penalty. But yeah, Jagdish and Easy Level Bot are just on equal footing right now, 9 seconds each of them. And I am
There's
that
gonna be a
hit 9
lot
seconds.
of position changes after the classification comes out.
Right. Usually, what I've noticed is most of the drivers, around half of the drivers, get some kind of a time penalty, but somehow the race transpires that their position is not as much affected as one would notice. But Well, now how are we having time penalties being handed out onto every turn? So now even Jishnu has received a time penalty. He will be dropped down by 6 seconds. That will give said Venkatesh the leeway to get his position at P6 right now.
Yeah.
But now he has to make that
No,
gap. And
Sid Venkatesh will be getting P5 as shooter also has 8-second penalty.
right. Okay, so but if we do the math, right? So shooter might end up being clear of the Alpine of Jishnu, but Jishnu currently right now is in the jeopardy of losing that position because he has a time penalty of 6 seconds. And okay, township scheme has a
Chip scheme
3 second time
also
penalty.
has 6 seconds.
Penalty for you, penalty for you, penalty for everyone. Ah, guys, that is what
Players
happens
seem to
when
be having fun today.
yeah. Well, that is what the goal of this league is. We don't pray for any fancy things. We are just here to have fun, and obviously these guys know the notion. But there's also bragging rights to have won such a chaotic race. As now, Just2 has just made the move on shooter, and now is currently sitting at P5. But obviously, even he will drop down. So it all comes down to how well Sid Venkatesh can hold his own, and he might deserve those positions. But yeah,
As
man,
long as Sid
it would
Venkatesh
be
is within 6 seconds of Jishnu, then he'll be getting
right,
P5.
right, right,
And
right.
Jishnu will be
So
P6 and shooter will be P7.
right, exactly. So as we can see, well, usually I'd leave all these calculations when the timing mark just comes around for the final lap. So this qualification classification just sorts it among itself.
Yeah.
But now I believe Quick Killer has, I must give the plaudits, he had a great strategy. And yeah, sitting there at P1 comfortably. But you know what? Just for one day, man, Mercedes is at P2, and yeah, I'm glad because Mercedes over the last season just wasn't having that great of a luck. But yeah, Pratmik has just come true on his aim. He's currently stuck at P2. Might try to challenge. I have no idea. Only 1 lap, 2 laps to go for the Emilia Romagna Grand Prix, ladies and gentlemen. Ramin is currently sitting easily at P3, and oh my God, I totally had my eyes off the Aston Martin. He has closed the gap massively. Okay, Tembu, what do you think? Might we see a last minute overtake? What do you
Well,
reckon? Well,
yeah.
obviously 2. Yeah, 2.5 seconds. Well, obviously those intermediate tires coming alive finally, and they're closing the gap off massively. So it now all comes down to what happens.
Oh,
Yellow flag
and
in sector 3. What happened? Let us see. Well, I believe it is. Man, I have actually lost count, and but yeah,
I
it
think
turns
it's
out easy level bot.
Venkatesh.
Yeah,
It was
no,
a red
easy level
flag
bot.
for
I right. So I just saw easy level bot being off the track so far.
yes,
Jagdish
it
is
was
yeah,
easy level bot.
yeah. Well,
He's gone off.
that's very sad. That's actually really sad in my opinion. But yeah, as Quick Killer finally starts his final lap, Tanishk is closing up on Raman. We might have a fight coming up into the last 2 sectors, but he is out of DRS charge
Sixteen
while
is
Raman
closing
is
down on a dead shot as well.
right. As we are gonna have a chaotic, very chaotic last lap as currently
And
Quick Killer is
16 now will
going
take
at P2.
dead shot.
Right. Currently, my eyes are on the Aston. I want to see this through.
Yeah, we are
Anything
forcing
might
him.
happen because 50% of the entire track is still to left, and he has come under sub second. I don't. Raman will be trying to hang on for dear life to that podium position. But
Yeah,
anyways, ladies and gentlemen, as he comes from the final corner, Quick Killer wins the
he's
Emilia
gone
Romagna
back.
Grand Prix. Right, and there's contact between Raman and Tashkiran. He is coming back again, and Tashkiran he will try to battle it out there wheel to wheel as he takes the inside line. And Tanishq has just gone out and and AlphaTauri has gone onto the gravel. Tanishq has reclaimed his podium position. He oversteers a little bit, turns on his ERS, and goes on to claim P3. Oh my God, Raman, you gave it your all, my friend, but today you were P just second best when it came for the vying for the position of P3, but and not just with the 6 seconds time gap. I think he might drop down. Okay, he will not drop down. So Shooter is now P6. Next up, Sid Venkatesh off by 9 seconds so far. He is coming around. And yeah, Sid Venkatesh goes P7. There's the interchanging position between Wicket and Dante Adams, P8 for P9 For them, for the Alfa Romeo, Williams comes around P10, final point for the Williams team. Vision unfortunately couldn't compensate. Ah man, unfortunate for one Mercedes, great for the other. P2 for the Mercedes team and P11. Chip Schema, currently with the 3 second time penalty, Mega Battle had some huge battles and but now comes around and take the final spot. Ah man, they move. Mega race, don't you think?
Yeah, it's been one hell of a race. There were overtakes everywhere and crashes and many penalties.
Yeah, especially in a wet climate race where overtakes don't come as easy as possible. But
And there was a
man, must
lot of
hand.
overtakes in a wet race.
Yeah, but yeah, right. But well, all props to the Aston Martin. We had that. He wasn't looking very likely, but he finally got those inters back on track and chased down the AlphaTauri and has taken the final spot on the podium. Good day, but Quick Killer wins yet another race. Okay, man, that's great. Well, obviously, there's the Bahrain curse where if you win the opening season, you won't win the championship. But who knows? Maybe it's just like Verstappen this year, he might be able to break that curse into the virtual world too. Ah, ladies and gentlemen, fastest lap goes to Wicked Vicky. Had a abysmal race, but gets P8. That's 5 points for you, my friend. Tante Adams P9. I'm that hit P10. And now Quick Killer, obviously Mercedes getting P2, Ramen P4, Alpine P5, Red Bull Offshooters P6. Ferrari gets a good day, I believe, P7. But yeah, I must,
But the
yeah,
his
yeah.
teammate gets P15.
Right, right. But even a worse day for the McLaren team. Had a great starts, but unfortunately had to DNF the race. And yeah, Chip Scared Deadshot being the first person to get lapped. And well, oh my god, his little bot was off by 3 seconds, but still gets classified. But anyways, you all live to see another day. You all live to race another day. And I believe Tembu will have our podium drivers in our commits soon.
Yep.
I believe
Yeah, they'll be here
that's
soon. I'm pinging them right now.
right.
So it'll be Quick Killer and Tanishq and uh,
Whoever's driving the Mercedes.
yeah.
Well,
Uh,
obviously,
don't know the Discord names, so Quick Killer won't be coming to the VC for the podium interview.
right. No issues, no issues. At least if we get hold of one of those drivers, I think it would be well for a great session, a post race session. So yeah, we'll just wait it out. Or if no one just comes, we'll just call it a day.
Yeah. So it'll be uh, Tanishq and Pratham K, the other two.
Right, right. Got it.
Both of them seem to have different usernames on Discord. Can't
I
find them.
see.
Seems like they aren't online right now.
All right. Then we'll just call it a day, ladies and gentlemen, shall we?
Let me check for the IDs once. Just 2 minutes.
All right.
Yeah, seems they aren't online. Nothing can be done about that.
All right. No issues. Then, all right, ladies and gentlemen, this was the end of the Emilia Romagna Grand Prix on behalf of JKG Gaming, our season 3 round 2. And Tembu, just tell me, where are we going next time? Where are we racing?
Uh, we will be racing.
All right, all right. I just got the info.
No,
I believe, yeah, we're going to be racing at Austria.
yeah,
Oh
yeah.
man, yeah, Austria is something that has been very controversial in our league, and yeah, loads of racing action the last time we went there. But anyways, ladies and gentlemen, we'll see you right there at the Spielberg or the Austrian Grand Prix, whichever one you'd like to call it. And this is me and Tembu Raptor signing off. We'll see you next time.
Bye, Tata.